Oh, 400 science, by the way, by turn 168. So I've got 2 turns remaining here. That's good. I really need to get the spies rolling as quick as I can. Speaking of, let's start building them. Just en masse. Absolutely en masse. I'm going to send it to some random city of coupes with a campus somewhere like, yeah, just really, really weird. Manila, original capital of America. Thought that didn't look like yours. Yeah, someone like that. And I'm just going to steal all your secrets. Oh, another settler. That's fun. I gave up on Iriscore, and I don't really know if that was a sensible move. I probably shouldn't have done. There's aluminium. Oh, okay. I've got 1 source of aluminium. Go and grab that. That's good. That means I've got 1 source. Could be worse. Could have no sources. Actually, speaking of my capital, I know I keep getting distracted here, but can you finish the aerodrome before the spy? And I can get planes over and we can go back to war with Coupe. Well, seeing as I have a settler, let's go and find another source of aluminium. 4 bombers is way better than 2. Down there. Amazing. I know Brunei has some. God, that's a good city-state. Oh, Rennes had some. I gave that city away. Okay, never mind. We'll just have to destroy France. Loads up in the north of the map, but that doesn't really help me particularly. Yeah, down here. Okay, that's fine. We will go and settle down in this direction. Civil engineering. No more will we be endlessly rude and horrible to each other. We will remain civil at all times. Hey, sir, please build this road. You know you want to. That's what they talk about in civil engineering, isn't it? Pretty sure. Okay, with civil engineering anyway, we've got another production on our unique improvement, which does improve my production across my empire a little bit. It's not going to be life-changing, but from a quality of life point of view, it's pretty good. I'm still selling every strategic that isn't glued down in my empire. I reckon we can get to, yeah, if we can get to 500 science by turn 180. It's getting increasingly difficult to do, but we're going to keep nudging it up and up and up and up and up until we get to research labs. At that point, that'll be a little bit easier, and Einstein will make those even better from there, but just keep pushing and pushing and pushing. Oh, the last turn, France have left the city open. Okay, if we pillage again, it gives me advanced flight. That's awesome, but it also lowers the city strength by 2. 1 attack there, 2nd attack there. The city now has 1 health, which means that Clint can come in and steal the city. Oh, we could liberate it, but no, I don't think we're going to. We'll keep it ourselves. Oh, that's a lovely pickup. The loyalty will all repair itself very soon. How good is the campus here? It's pretty rubbish, but I have La Rochelle. I have Mont Saint Michel. Oh, the double whammy. My first source of aluminium as well. Beautiful. Okay, we can get planes. So now we work on getting chemistry. We have the boost to metal casting. 2 banks, unlikely. 2 neighborhoods, unlikely. 3 line infantry, unlikely. We're just going to have to hard build all of this stuff, unfortunately. But hey, it's okay. We can do it. Just keep building universities. And that was not a good university to build. It was not a +4. So rationalism didn't help that one. Okay, keep an eye out for that, Ursa. Don't just throw gold at it. Think as you go. Normal age, industrial era. Okay, we may find that we have some loyalty problems around. It's mainly going to be in my occupied French cities, but it depends on what's happening. There's a dark age for France, a dark age for Kemmer. I might get away with that, you know? I might get away with it. How am I going to completely just bank Iriscore? Reform the coinage would be really handy if I was going to just complete a load of trade routes, which I might do. Industrial or later building constructed. I want a load of factories. I want a load of research labs. Yeah, Heartbeat of Steam I think is going to be the one for me today. I like it when you make a casual +7 campus and you don't even notice because it's not the most entertaining thing that happens to your empire that turn. Oh, it's brilliant. Seaside Resort will give me Iriscore, right? Yeah, 2 Iriscore. Oh, the yield has gone mad on that, but it gives me 4 gold per turn. Hey, that's nice. People are running scientist projects to try and catch up with me on Einstein, but it's my 45 points per turn that I think is working really nicely. Research labs with +4 science, that's going to be very, very handy if I can keep rationalism in my government. And I'm just having a look. My capital hit 15 pop and Saigon is about to hit 15 pop, but there's a bunch of other cities that are getting that way now. I need to go for another builder spree, but we've got 10 pop, 8, 8, 6. All of these are very high candidates because they all have amazing opportunities to get my unique improvement on them. So that is definitely something we want to look at. I'm struggling with happiness in my nation at the moment, but now that I have colonialism, I can now get an archaeological museum and get natural history, which will give me water parks. That would also give me a better reason to be building entertainment complexes because then I'll have zoos, and zoos are really, really good. I don't tend to build them before then. I should be building more entertainment complexes because if I build them on the coast, I get another amenity, but it's still only 2. I mean, if you think about like Byzantium, for instance, they get 3 when they build one and it's half the price. So it doesn't feel like a very good deal to me, but I should build more. So I will. Okay, let's start to get a little bit of happiness, and entertainment complexes are going to go down. If we can make everyone happy, let me just show you the equivalent of this, right? I'm on 447 science. I'm probably, because about a third of my empire is unhappy, I'm probably losing about 30 science from that, so I should be on about 470. If I give myself a 10% bonus, I will then go to about 520 science. So it's well worth staying happy if you can. I currently have the 4th highest science in the game. Coupe, Korea, and Yongle are all beating me, but we are starting to catch up now. I have to just keep on with this grind. Never stop. Never stop. We'll get there. Never stop stopping. Never start starting. You know how it is. I got just by. What are you going to give me? Oh, quite a lot, actually. Can I have some books? No. I'll take your gold. Come on, they're worth more than that. 450 gold. Hey, that'll do. That's not a bad deal. I'll give you your spy back. If I see them in my empire again, I'm going to get grumpy. Oh, I just lost some luxuries, and another third of my empire is now unhappy. This is what I mean. Look, 427. I'll reverse that damage, but if we go 427 and then just undo it all, that was, yeah, just losing 2 luxuries costing me about 15 science per turn. Doesn't seem like a lot, but it adds up really quickly. Oh no, barbarians. Oh, what am I going to do? Oh yeah, that's right, settle. Still building universities? Yep. I wish I could do anything else with my gold. Anything else with my gold, but I can't. I'm just contractually obligated to buy universities. I'm not really. I'm just trying to ultra focus on my science. I guess what I could do is actually buy some planes now. It just depends on if I think this is the time to go for Coupe, or if I want to go for somebody else, like Kema, Angkor Thom. That's a decent set of cities. They're inland though. I'm not very good with inland cities, but this would be an amazing little amalgamation for my empire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cities just in this area. There's aluminium. That's a city state actually, rather than anything else. I could just trigger a bunch of emergencies, but the thing is that if I trigger emergencies, the AI will go for me. I have not behaved myself this game. I'll keep teching just for a little bit, because I want to get to 500 science. Then I'll feel a little more secure. Then I'll start buying bombers. Yeah, I think Kema would be a really good target actually. Coupe is the ultimate target, but they're going to have an air force and tons of navy, and being a lot of island hopping needed. I mean, I could do it. The most likely person to win apart from China, who is already going to the moon. Oh no. All right, maybe I do need to island hop in order to then cross over here, or unless we go for someone like England. Let me think about this. I don't know what the best strategy is. Let me know in the comments. What would you do in this situation? Would you attack up the mainland? Would you island hop? Would you hold back and just wait and try and science your way out of this problem? I mean, it's crazy. I'm on turn 175 with almost 500 science, and I feel like I'm way behind. But I do feel like I'm way behind, and I love it. Really having to think about this one. Well, whilst I figure everything out, here is an archaeological museum. That is something I do want, because that boosts me through to natural history. That means I can now build water parks, get zoos in, all of some very, very useful things. I'm going to pick up Reformed Church for Wars of Religion. I think that card will come in handy. I have a spy and an intelligence agency within 1 and 2 turns respectively almost ready. That's awesome. Got a lot of cool infrastructure being built. I reckon I'm going to get to 500 science like I originally said I would. So we'll just keep building stuff to help me along with that. Then I'm going to go planes. I'm going to do it in mad order, because at the moment some of these cities are so weak. I really want to just take them. I have to make a play. I can't just sit here teching up, because at the moment Yongle is on 800 science per turn. I'm not catching up. I've got to make an aggressive move. Got to do something. We got to catch them all. Pokemon Johto indeed. Tell you what, any friends I do have, we need to just retain them. Thank you. Well, replaceable parts gives me more food from farms. That in itself is quite handy. What's more useful for my spies? Do I just take the straight combat boost, the +3? I think if I've got planes and they don't, I don't think I'll need it. No, I think I'm going to go straight for tech stealing to Coupe. Manila, I think, is a really good place. It's not their capital, and it's quick to get to. Hopefully they won't be counter-spying it. Fingers crossed. They probably will be. Oh, chemistry boosted just in time. Nice. And there is Einstein. Excellent. Okay, any research lab we build from this point onwards is going to be super effective. Electricity as a boost isn't bad. There are better boosts, but we won't worry about that. That's fine. Now, we're going to be looking at a 10 tile radius on the measuring tool, because it always adds +1. And the reason I'm doing that is because water park buildings have a 9 tile radius. So what we're going to do is work out where I need to build this to get the most cities in. There. That tile is really good. That's a reef. That's not very handy. Come on, pick a tile you can build on. That is annoying. All right, I'll build it there. It hits one less city than I'd like to, but the good thing thing about building it there is that it improves my university. We are now starting to get a little bit more happiness into my nation. A lot of entertainment complexes, a lot of water parks, a lot of very useful buildings. Oh, like so. Amazing. Entertainment complex done. That'll be 2 amenities in this city. We'll pick up an arena, another couple in. Yeah, this is good stuff. Well, turn 180. I wanted to get to 500 science. I've kind of had a bit of a happiness problem again. That's the main reason I'm not able to. Could spend all of my gold on a library and a university. It is tempting in order to make that happen, but I think we now need to strike while the iron is hot. So this load of gold, my capital tries to build up a bit of infrastructure. This is going to go into my first bomber. It's not the first plane in the world, but the cannons don't have any, and that's what matters. We got to 500 a turn after. I'll take it. I'm claiming that as a victory. My bomber's going to take an absolute age to fly across, but I do have a fairly decent route, and my knight, I'm going to need you to move your way across, unless I might just have to use anti-tank crews as the troops. Actually, with Ursa cores running around, that's not a bad idea. How many turns have I got to wait until I can go to war with France? I can go to war with France. Oh, okay, maybe France is my first target. Take Lyon, take Iran, and then go for... Yeah, okay, that's what I'm going to do. I did say I was going to try and take the European powers out of this game. That feels quite apt. Second bomber. And chemistry. Okay, the research lab only gives 3 science, but when it's powered it gives 8, and then +4 for 12, and rationalism makes that about 18. There's a lot of stuff to like there, but I'm trying to think what the next option for me is. I think I do have to now unlock cavalry and line infantry, and then we'll go to try and unlock oil. That's sort of the direction we're going right now. Just go with it. It'll be fine. My first spy arrives in Coupe's land. 25% chance of getting stealth tech. That is so low. Oh my lord, they are defensive. All right. Why are you so well protected? Must be some policy cards they have in at the moment. Yeah, I should have gone to Yongle, but never mind. We will give it a go anyway. I mean, what's the chances there? 40% chance of captured or killed. I'll try and gain sources. We'll see if it works better. I mean, I've got policy cards I can put in a bit to make this even better, and we can improve the spies, but it's Coupe I really want to level up on. Actually, this is a good opportunity. Steel tech boost? Yeah. Trade city-state? Yeah. I don't know what people are going to vote for. Industrial. Interesting, seeing as there are no industrial city-states and siphon funds. Okay, sure, whatever. Okay, Vietnam is still at war with France, actually, so I'd love a military ally, but I don't really need it. I'd rather have the research alliance. Oh yeah, she knows about that. Look at that, 44 gold per turn for a research alliance. She's well and truly invested in that one. Well, what sort of war have you got? Emergency war. Oh, can I join in? 2 gold per turn? Yes. All right, I'm in. I'll see if anybody else wants in, but I mean, we don't really need anybody else in. Oh yeah, look, we're just getting as many people in on our side as possible. So silver is ready to go, but we need to just make sure that Lyon is ready to fall, and this bomber will do just that. Yeah. Ballistics. I am ballistic for that. I'm also now the head of tech if you ignore everyone else that's gone to space, which is how I look at tech. Don't know about you. That seems logical to me. My next aim is to focus on my really big cities, and I want to get my research labs in. 14 science, you can see there, but +10 if it's powered. That is fun. So we'll get the research lab in. Bam. Huge science spike. Love it. My capital will just be building infrastructure, and my gold will now go into a factory and a coal power plant, which will then power the surrounding 2 cities, and then I'll build a research lab in the next one, and then we'll go from there. Just powering cities, slowly but surely, making sure the research labs are working nicely. Military aid request. You know what? I'm not going to get involved in that because we're about to knock France out of the game, but it's very tempting. Ooh, I basically swallowed up everyone's diplo favor in the game. Don't mind that at all. Nationalism. Excellent. Now we'll go urbanization. Drop another bomb on Lyon. It's on 0 health pretty much, which means silver should just be able to walk in. Take the city for myself. Yes. And most importantly is the aluminium underneath this golden statue of who I think is Buddha. I may be wrong. Do not listen to me. We'll fix everything in the city as we go along, but that is an amazing take. Another 2 planes. Yes. And we can probably knock France out of the game. Oh yeah, look at that. The walls are down already. Haha. My boats will just make sure no one else can get in, and then next turn we'll take take the city, and our attack will go elsewhere. Portland is now a field cannon, by the way. Portland is still a one field cannon fighting force trying to stop this barb army from taking me over. I'm just keep pushing back to try and take this aluminium. And of course, in my usual Ursa way, I'm diverting about 0% of the useful force that I should do if I wanted to seriously take the city. But don't worry about that. It's fine. Matthew Perry. Could there be a more useful Great Admiral? could there? Grants enough envoys to become suzerain at a city-state and then removes all other players' envoys. Hello? Oh my goodness. Hang on. This city-state, for instance, look at all of those. Oh, okay. I don't know which one I want. Both are so much fun. A little bit more gold or a bit more culture. I'm going to go for the culture, but I mean, both are fun options here. Well, this should generate a little bit of era score, knocking France out of the game. 2 European powers down. Is looking at you, England. Germany still in the game? Germany's still in the game as well. Oh, how terrible. How terrible. Coal power plant. All right, that's good. We're generating lots of era score from all of these industrial level buildings, but my capital hopefully when I power on, and we'll get some really good science. Okay, Vietnam is actually up for a joint war with Kemmer. They've just made themselves some tanks. I don't like that, but with my ally on side, is there anything we can't do? The answer is probably yes. Yes, there is a lot of stuff we can't do. Oh, Mongolia is just the worst ally. Why won't you join in on my pointless and unfair wars? All right, we'll build some walls up as quick as we can. What are my bombers going to attack first? Should we try and kill their units, or do I just go straight for the cities? I think I might fly a fighter over. Let's go for the cities. Yeah, that's fine. The power has come on in my capital. That's lovely. But more importantly, something that people don't realize in Civ 6 is Matthew Perry, the Great Admiral, is one of the best units in the game at making friends. Yes, that was an original joke. Just to remind you, 51 envoys, 49 envoys, 10, 9, 9, 8, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3. Let's see what happens. Bam. 2 era score. That's always a good sign. And we now have 52 envoys at this city-state. Wu Zetian and Genghis Khan both have 2. You know what? Something tells me I'm going to be keeping hold of that city-state for a little bit of time. That's nice. That's really nice. Oh dear. All right. We're going to just use my bombers. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. I don't need everyone commenting on my city-state. It was a good play. I know. All my bombers are just going to fly over the top, and I'm going to start saving up gold for a fighter to bring it over to Lyon. I have a knight which has arrived, and in the meantime is now a Ursa. Once the city loses its walls, it should be strong enough to take the city, but if not, I can always get combustion up. If we have a look at my capital, let's have a look at this research lab. What's happening here? 24 science per turn. Oh yeah, that'll do. Portland, expert marksman, double attack. Yeah. Oh, and we've got loads of sources of oil. Let's check those out. I've settled on top of one. There's some more that's easily obtainable. I've actually put a district on top of that one. That's in the sea, and that one's obtainable. Wow, we've got 4 sources of oil already. I love that. That's awesome. Okay, the sea has just risen, and I have a horrible feeling I did not come out well from that one. Nope. Oh, that's a really good campus that started to be pillaged. Oh, no. Yeah, flooding is going to be a problem for me, and unfortunately, I can't see when the world is going to flood, and we haven't got computers yet. I feel like there's very little we can do to stop this particular thing, as another campus has gone there. I did wonder why it had gone down so much. Woo-hoo-hoo. Never mind. What can you do? So, ladies and gentlemen, new recording session, restarted the game, which often fix a lot of the graphical issues you get with the flooding of the map, and I'm realizing that flooding, well, it's a little bit more of a problem than I realized. We've lost at least an industrial zone. I mentioned all of the campuses we'd lost as well. This may be something we have to address sooner rather than later. So whilst I was really beelining combustion to get tanks, I'm now going to go for computers. I don't know how bad the flooding is. I don't know how quickly it's going to go, but if I can at least get a few flood walls up, I think I would feel a little bit better about things. I'm going to be the one that really suffers from flooding. I mean, Yonglei, very inland. Coupe might suffer quite a bit as well, but we've got military plans for Coupe. So yeah, we're the ones that are going to really suffer from this one. Let's do what we can. Seeing as I've got all of this spare faith, I'm going to unlock conservation. I think there'll be quite a lot of land I'm about to conquer that will have national parks put down on it. Looks like a few national parks have actually been made for me. This is really good. This is really, really lovely. The more national parks I have, the more happiness I have. I'm not really managing to push into a content and happy nation at the moment. I think we can get there. Just proving harder than I would have liked to admit. Considering I just cleared this city-state of all envoys, look how many have been dropped in already. Look, it's still going up as I'm watching it. It's still still going up as I'm watching it. Look at that. It's crazy. I don't think the AI is going to have enough to really do a switcheroo on me, but I can't guarantee that. So we're going to have to just be careful. Now I've got the science. As I mentioned before, I'm just using my aluminium. We're going to throw in a fighter just to throw into the mix. The bombers are really good, but there are a couple of very powerful units that my bombers just don't have time to destroy. If I can get one stray fighter, I'll feel a lot better about my chances, because at the moment this is taking far too long. Far too long. Steel tech boost. Which was the option? Siphon funds is actually stronger at the moment. Don't think we've got time to move him and then utilize that. I mean, how much fund could we steal? Okay, admittedly, there is a city with 2,000. Oh, yeah. Okay, I need the gold. We're actually going to take the gold over the science. This is mad. I'm changing my plans left, right, and center. Left, right, and center. Who knows what I'm going to be doing? Well, hey, my fighter has finally arrived. It's quite the flight from my capital to the front line. This map is absolutely massive. Oh, I do like games with massive maps, but this is pretty ridiculous. Walls are down? Walls are down in the capital. Alright, my cursor is not very strong. I might have to treat myself here to an upgrade, which is quite expensive. Yeah, more expensive actually than I can afford. I need to sell another 30 gold or so. Luckily for me, I think things like aluminium are very expensive, and we do actually have some of that. Perfect. Okay, there is one cursor, and we'll core them up. Now we have 74 strength. You can see we can actually attack the city now. Good. Sometimes it's the bare minimum. That's what you need. The bare minimum. Oh god, I really hope the climate isn't flooding anymore, but I think it is, you know. It's gonna absolutely sap my economy's industry for about 20 turns as I decide whether or not I can throw walls up or not. Go on, Portland. Yes. We need to fight this barb camp. This has been here for ages. Now for a laugh sometime, I would love to play this game with the bonuses that the AI is currently getting. The Deity plus bonuses. I think they're getting over double on every single yield in order to keep the game competitive. Imagine if we had that. Oh, the production, the economy, the science. It would be so much fun. Just as a one-off. Oh, could you imagine a world where Ursa had all of that? Totally balanced. Totally balanced. The city is on 0 health. It says that my cursor could take it. I'm going to trust it. I'm going to take it at its word. Bam. The city is mine. 15 population, 5 districts. Oh, that's not bad at all. What does it have in it? Lots of burning things, a fully fledged holy site, a campus, an encampment with a military academy. Very nice. A market giving me a trade route. No wonders in their capital. That is actually quite the wonder. How they manage that? Yeah, fair enough. And I'll pull the fighter in immediately. Now we can see their next city and we just keep pushing. Oh my goodness, hang on. Oh no, for a sec I thought Angkor Wat had been built in Angkor Wat. No, it's Chichen Itza. I got it totally mixed up. That would have been amazing. Ah, dear. We will trigger an emergency at some point, by the way. I am very aware of this. It's just what's going to happen. I did take a source of oil, and we need to go and improve this aluminium. Yeah, the land I'm taking is very fruitful and full of huge amounts of strategics and things that I can sell on the market, which is good. It's a shame that no one likes me. That is the only problem. You know, I am slightly nervous at the fact that Kupi has 4,700 military strength. The last 3 turns I've watched it, they've gone up by about 200 per turn, every turn. They are mass building, and I don't know why, and it frightens me. Now the capital is gone, the remaining cities have a lot less strength, so my bombers will take a less amount of time to destroy these walls, and I'd actually quite like to spend a couple turns just improving my fighter. Strafe is an amazing promotion, and we want it as quickly as we can. +7 damage against units and districts. That includes the district itself, so we'll get that promotion in our Curacao. Okay, now that I'm here, Siphon Funds has changed from about 70% likely to 25. I love it when it does that. It updates it, but only tells you when you get there. I think they've just changed their government, haven't they, in order to block the spies, which are inevitably just all flowing in right now. Or maybe it's just this city? I don't know. Only 25% chance of success. We'll gain sources. I might as well try, but I don't think our spies are going to be having a lot of luck, even with +1. Until we get the government cards that improve our spies, they are basically useless. I wish I'd gone Grandmaster's Chapel. This is the thing about the Deity plus and the Roman Holiday mods. They work spies a lot better than the base game. Means for counter spying, it's very very effective. And not just the counter spying, because if there's a counter spy in the city, you wouldn't see it reflected in the percentage change. It's all the stuff they're putting into their government. I think it's down in Cold War, isn't it? Which one is it? Cryptography. Enemy spy level reduced by 2 in your lands. Stuff like that. The diplomatic quarters. There's a lot of stuff going on. Oh my goodness, Portland. Are you going to let those barbs do that to you? Don't stand for that. Come now. Good. Much better. All right, there's computers. How bad a situation is this? I'm going to have to go round one. Oh my lord, it's so bad. Okay, my capital is showing the problem here. 600, no, even worse, 960 production in order to get that flood barrier up. Let's have a look. I've got an industrial zone on a floodable tile. I've got my diplomatic plaza on a floodable tile. Campuses aren't. That's okay. The more floodable tiles there are, the slower the flood barrier is going to be to make. 21 turns is ridiculous. This is where you really want Valletta in the game. If I start to build it with 21 turns, the issue I'm going to have is that the world will flood faster than I can build it, and that will just be, it'll be like a moving target, right? The production I'm going to need will get more and more and more faster than I actually build it. So I need military engineers to rush it forward, but that's just, it's just such a drain on the economy. It's very rarely worth it. 18 turns there. Oh, 16. Okay, I think we're going to have to just resign ourselves to the fact that we're going to flood. Everywhere will flood, and that's just that. Yeah, I can't see anywhere faster than about 16 turns. Oh no, that was 13 turns in Beja. This one might be worth trying to get through, because that will save a campus. This one actually saves the city itself. That's probably quite sensible. So eventually what will happen, and this sounds absolutely brutal to say, and I do appreciate how brutal this is to say, but eventually all of the districts that are flooded will submerge. They will literally be lost to the sea, and when that happens, we can rebuild them. So it's not all bad. It just means the coastline's going to move back a little bit, and we'll have to adjust. It's a bit depressing, but what can you do? Note to self, in future, build all of your important districts on hills. That's what I should do. Everything will flood otherwise. Oh dear. It's actually really funny. I do enjoy it. There's a certain sort of craziness to it that I appreciate massively. That's the thing you need to remember. I don't actually mind games that go a little bit wrong. They throw in challenges and things that you wouldn't normally think about on a regular game. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. Just gonna keep telling myself that as my world floods. All right, back to combustion. The tank will be a really, really good battering ram to help us take cities. Well, this one, siphon funds, is 84%. Oh, go on then. Don't counter spy me. There's going to be about 500 spies in the city. I can guarantee it. But, oh, imagine a world where the game lets me have that. Imagine a world. Kema has a lot of tanks, but it looks like they're deploying them on the city-state. This has ended up being an amazing distraction. Oh, so many envoys been dumped in that city already. That is frightening. Okay, conservation. We now have it. I have a really handy tool that lets me have a look and see whether or not I would have any space for national parks in my empire. It's going to be unlikely. There's a lot of rainforest, a lot of marsh, and a huge amount of improvements, but I think there's going to be areas we could make national parks if we're a little clever. We might just have to remove a couple of things, chop down a bit of rainforest, but every single national park we make is going to be a huge improvement for me. Loads of extra happiness, loads of extra, like over here, for instance, is a really good example. And over here, there's a couple of tiles I'd need to buy in order to just gobble up this stuff. Okay, there's stuff we can work on. That's good. Should I trade religious artifacts for the gold I need to buy bombers? Probably not. That's probably not a very spiritual thing to do, but, you know, they are bombers. So I'm going to do it. Oh my lord, Young Lei is actually firing the exoplanet expedition already. That's nuts. 72 tech. I think they are at future tech now, aren't they? Yeah, they're almost there. They've almost finished the tree. It's not even turn 200, ladies and gentlemen. There's not much I can do. I'm trying to make my way north, but I don't even have aircraft carriers yet, so there's no way I could even get there. Oh dear. Anyway, we are actually taking cities now. We're taking one every 5 turns. The more bombers I bring up, the faster that will get. But Angkor Wat is a big, big take for me. Let's just fix those steel walls, get everything working. That's my 4th bomber now. Yes, the Air Force is becoming quite considerable. Not to be trifled with, as some AI would call it. Combustion. Done. I can try and build my own spaceports, but I think I'm going to steal them. That probably is a better opportunity for me than trying to make my own. So I'm going to take a quick nip into uranium and aircraft carriers. Then we'll go for plastics to get all of my oil, and then stealth tech to get my jet bombers. Aircraft carriers and jet bombers is probably the most likely combination to anything that might give me, you know, an advantage or even like an option. Options are what we're going for. Oh, it's a lot more flooding. There's a lot more flooding. I just took another hit to my economy there, but we're not thinking about it too hard. Not too hard. Did I just lose a source of aluminium? Oh, if I did, I may have to think about that harder than I had anticipated. Yep, certainly did. One has sunk into the sea. Okay, that's not good. That's not good, but I've got others. I'm not low on aluminium, just it is a precious resource. We'll work this one quickly. The world is actually running out of luxuries, I think, because they might be sinking. That could be something that's happening right now, but I would like if the AI still had luxuries to trade with me. Visibility over this area of the map is difficult. The AI's actually done a really good job at spacing their cities out quite a lot. Not something you really see, but it means that I'm struggling to get visibility over here in order to then bomb the cities. They've also gone to 113 strength all of a sudden. That's a lot tougher. I wonder if pushing in this direction is really what I need to be doing right now. I might flip over and start taking some islands from Coupe instead. How many turns until the peace? 3 turns until peace. I might just let them draw the line here. I kind of would like a lot of this land. There is a lot of really good land here with some decent campuses and everything. Oh, yeah, but it's very, very well defended. And these tanks are beginning to cause me a bit of a nuisance now. I'll use my bombers just to strike and take this city while I'm here. Well, that's very annoying. Stop killing my traders. I don't even know why they're in this area, but they are, and you're killing them, and I don't like it. My first and only national park. Oh, a little bit more happiness. That will help. That will honestly help. Okay, the happiness in my government is beginning to become a bit inconsequential right now. I'm very unhappy in most cities, and there's very little I can do about it because all of my entertainment complexes I was building, they have all flooded. Yep, they're all under the sea. I guess if an entertainment complex floods, does it become a water park? Is that how it works? Is that the origin story of the first water park? Just something that then fell into the sea. So we've just unlocked uranium, and I haven't had any appear in my nation, I don't think, which could be a bit of a problem. I was hoping maybe nukes might be the answer here. Well, there's a little bit just outside my city, but that I think is the only uranium south of the halfway point of the map. Yes, it is. Okay, uranium is a bit of an issue. No matter, we're gonna give all of our bombers just a chance to upgrade, just something I never normally do. Oh, what was that? Hang on a second. My bomber just took massive damage there. Is that because of the battleship? But that's my ally. That's literally my ally. Why did I just take strength damage from that? Whoa. I feel cheated. Is that how it works? Or is there a unit in there that I can't see? Feels like a bit of a glitch, that one. I don't know. Ow. Well, that just took more than half of my bomber's health. Well, we'll have to keep an eye on that one. I never knew that was a thing. Science is now above 600, which would normally be a good thing. I would normally feel good about that. Yeah, it's definitely the air defense from Vietnam's units that did the damage there. That's crazy. Military emergency on Lyon. Okay, I'm hoping that may not go through because France isn't in the game, so the AI may not feel very strongly about it, but that could be wishful thinking. It was wishful thinking, but only Victoria declared on me. Interesting. Okay, well, you've had this settler here for ages, and I feel like you've just been waiting to have it captured, so I've obliged. Plastics, synthetics, stealth tech, slowly getting everything sorted. I just feel like I need to fix my nation a little bit. Oh, it's the happiness. The happiness is killing into me at the moment, and that's even with Republican Legacy, keeping the worst of it off, because at the moment I've got -10. If I didn't have Classical Republic, I'd have -20, just to put it in context for you. Ooh, and I don't think I'm going to hit a golden age next era as well. Feels like the size of my empire, I just haven't really been able to get it to click in the same way, but I think I would feel a lot better about it if the AI wasn't doing quite as well. The AI is doing really, really, really well, and that skews my perspective on a lot of things, to put it that way. So yeah, war with Coupe has to come soon, and it has to come brutally, but oh, I tell you what, Vietnam, you are being very annoying, not letting me attack. Yeah, look, you can see there's nothing in this city because I can attack the redcoat and it's fine. But as soon as I attack this line infantry, it's the battleship. It's my allies' battleship shooting my bombers down. What? That is total rubbish. Anyway, some era score, killing an army with my bomber. Yeah, as long as we can get a normal age, I think a normal age would be fine. Which city shall I attack first from Coupe? How am I going to attack Coupe? Coupe's got almost 5,000 military strength, and annoyingly, I can't hit Manchester from Rennes. Oh yeah, I can from Rennes, but not from Toulouse. Could I hit their city from... Yes, I can hit it from these two. So there's a couple of targets, but we're going to need aircraft carriers. Oh, I can use my faith to pick up aircraft carriers. Of course I can. That's really handy. Okay, actually, what we can do is use my faith to generate quite a decent navy here. Garrett and RB. Right, I'm going to wait a second with you. I might have to make a couple of fleets and have you protect an aircraft carrier. This is a crazy plan, but it might just work, you know. They're offering me peace and some gold for some coal, a luxury. Yeah, I'll take this. My war with Kiama is just, it's not giving me the victory that I need. It is good for me, but they've got so many tanks, it's proving really annoying. I need to focus my attention to Kupe now. I can island hop all the way up and then attack Yonglei. It's very ambitious, I know, but you never know. We might be able to pull this off. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Glorious Petra, Matthew Wilkinson, Paul Coffey, Portland, Clint Hennis, Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Skeptical Bear, Cinnamon Beard, Petra Ryan, Radiatore, Private Selection, Genoa Salami, Callum Billy, Garrett Gowan, Polar Beret, El Truant, Creston, RB Hedged, Mushkin Mandletort, Deeble Time, Burial, I'm Daft, Gooberman, Dr. Bobby, Polar Wallabear, Mixomatosis, NTG Golfman, Victor McPupster, Indigenous 68, Technology Poet, Teddy's Ursa, Zaf, Barnaby Rex, Sharky Bates, Charlie Bears. Thank you everyone for your support. See you all in the next video. Goodbye!